Morning, everybody. I just wanted to jump on really quick and do a real quick live stream for everybody because the topic of today that you're going to kind of see probably popping around a little bit has just been kind of coming up for me and, of course, for other people that I've been working with and everything, just the conversations of the last couple days. And the conversations of the last couple days have been really about, I guess, having a hair stuck in my mouth. Gee. Hold on. There we go. Oh. It's just one little hair that's like stuck in my mouth. Okay, so the conversations that have been coming up around everything has really been around quick manifestation. I have a lot of clients that are working through what in the tantric world, what we refer to as clearing out their energy centers and really balancing or harmonizing their energy. And we have this belief that we have to do all of this work to really massively clear out stuff from our beings, which we do. We have to, we have to create a healthy home to maintain the things that we want to have, which means to not hold on to things mentally, emotionally, or physically in our bodies. But that does not speed up the process of manifesting what we want. In order to manifest what we want like this, which we can do, I have experienced it numerous times in my life where I have said in one moment, man, I really want boom. And not 2 hours later, somehow, some magical way, this thing that I am desiring just manifests. It just comes about. The money is in the bank account all of a sudden. The person that I didn't even know that I was supposed to meet, but I knew that I had a feeling and I was like, this is what I want to do. Then, it just happened. And the quick story on this was that I was thinking one day I was having what I refer to as my conversation with God. And I was driving to my office. There's that hair again. I was driving to my office and I was having this conversation with God, and I was talking about, like if I really want to grow my numbers on my business page, and if I really want to grow my newsletter numbers and my Facebook business numbers, and when I do all this stuff, what's a way that I could do that? I need to get to more people, right? Like it's in the numbers. Like I've got to get out there in the world, and I need something. It's like some way how to do this. And I was just like, man, I've done advertising, and I'm doing these events, and I'm on this blog radio, and I've been on this radio, and I've done interviews with these people and these, and I've written for all these different places, and it's just not getting me where I want to be. I was like, I just don't know what to do. And I was just like, God, I need some direction here. My phone in that second, I not sooner thought that. And my phone rings. Now, I'm driving down the road. I don't normally take phone calls while I'm driving because of safety issues. And it's this random number. The only phone calls I ever take is like if my kid's picture pops up on there, because I'm like, oh my gosh, is there an emergency, right? Like, I need to make sure that if maybe I need to turn around and go to save a kid or something. But it's a random number. And I never answer random numbers, especially while driving. But something inside of me just says, answer it. Like, Kendall, just answer it. So I hit answer, and it's on speaker, right? And there's this woman, and she says, hi, is this Kendall Williams? And I was like, yes, it is. And she's like, well, I'm sitting here on your website right now, and I'm looking through everything. I'm with blah, 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 blah. And she's like, we are the creators of some of Lifetime's shows. Have you ever heard of the show Married at First Sight? And I was like, yeah, I've heard of it. And Lifetime, okay, it's a big Lifetime channel. And she's like, yeah, I'm on your site, and we're looking for a tantric expert because we're working with a couple there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we would like to have you on as our expert if you would be open to it. I was like, okay. All right, seriously? So, of course, she sends me over some contract papers. We sign the papers. We go through a conversation. This was on a Wednesday. The following Monday, we were filming in Fort Worth. It happened like this. It happened like that. All I did was say, hey, Lord, I need a little bit of direction here. Like, I know, and this is the point that I want to get to you. In that moment, I knew that I had to have contact to the masses, that I needed access to a point that would bring in flow of mass people to me, that would gain exposure. There was a knowing, and there was a certainty that I could do that. There was not a doubt that it could be done. I have done so many different things, so many presentations and talks and articles, and worked with some amazing, beautiful, well-known people and everything, and authored with some amazing, well-known people. So it's like, I know that that it's capable, that I can do this. So there was a certainty there. There was a definite comfort. There was just this is what needs to happen, and I know that it needs to happen. And it went boom. 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, probably like 2 minutes, because I was in the process of thinking this stuff when the phone rings, and I'm talking to this woman in LA who's like, hey, we want to come out and we want you to be our expert on Lifetime. And then what? 5 days later, filming for Lifetime. It's that knowing. If you want to speed up your manifestation process, if you want to call in that lover, you want to call in the finances, you want to call in that building of that business, you want to call in even the body that you're wanting, you want to call in the fact that you want your children to behave a certain way, you want certain things to happen in your family world, if you want something, the career that you're looking for, whatever it might be that you are wanting, if you want it to manifest, to come into the picture and actually be tangibly there, like that, if you're hoping for it, you got some vibes going toward it. There's definitely some magnetism going toward it, but it's not certainty. If you have belief, yes, there's a lot more, but there's still some resistance with the belief, okay? Certainty, a knowing of it, is what makes it come to you so fast, so fast. And here's the thing. What do? We go, I really want, name it, right? I really want this. And then as soon as we think it, doubt kicks in, and we doubt. And this is what doubt does. Anytime we back up our desires and longings, our wants, even our needs, with doubt of getting, we slow down the process. It's like we throw ourselves into quicksand. So we jump on the fast train to get it with our desire, and we're like, yes, and then we go, oh, but I've never had that happen before, and I've never met that kind of person before, and I've never had that kind of luck before, and I don't know if that's possible, and and so-and-so said, and so-and-so said, and the evidence shows, and I just know, and you see where our knowing is actually at. And now our knowing is in the reverse. Instead of where we want to go, our knowing becomes in the reverse what we want to have happen, and we put ourselves into quicksand, and then we wonder why it's not happening. We wonder why it's not actually materializing for ourselves. And then we just get stuck. We absolutely get stuck. So whatever it is that you're wanting for, no matter what, know that what you can get is what you are focused on to you with great speed. And when you second guess it, when you doubt it, when you're in the limbo lane of hope, because there's a lot of words around the word hope, right? I'm really hoping that will happen. There's a lot of doubt in the word hope. Now, that's just words, okay? Hope, doubt, belief, faith, certainty, knowing. Energy, the actual feeling of that. If it is just a word that's coming out of our mouth because we want it to sound like we are there, so when we are hoping but we go, oh, I know, but it's not really a knowing, there's not really a certainty there, we're actually sitting in hope, we now cause a constriction around the manifestation of what we want because we're not being accurate. So we're throwing out a lie to ourselves, and there's no lying to the universe. There's no lying to God. God, the universe, knows us at a cellular level, and what our cells are vibrating is what we will gain, what we will get. So you can say all damn day long, I believe that I'm going to meet my soulmate this year. I believe that I'm going to make a 6-figure, 7-figure, whatever the frick figure income that I want to make this year. I believe that I'm going to have the body that I want. I believe that I'm going to have the family life that I want. I believe. But if you are just throwing that out to throw something out because you're trying to set some hefty good goals, you feel like that's what you should be saying, you feel like that's what the right thing to do, you don't actually have the vibration to back it up with, then guess what? It's not going to manifest. Your life will always show exactly where you're at. You will always call in exactly where you are at, from the people that you are drawing into the experiences, the events that are occurring, because that is where you're vibing at. And if you don't like what's showing up in your life, then the only place to go is internally and change and get more on point. And how you do that is you're better off to say, I'm really hopeful that happens, but I feel still a little bit lost, so I'm looking for some guidance, because that is an accurate statement. Versus if you're in that statement and you're going, I'm so certain that that's going to happen, because now you psych yourself up for one thing, but you actually don't resonate with it. You're not in alignment to it. So then you set yourself up for failure instantaneously because you are out of integrity with self. So it's really, really important to just be in integrity with self, get it right where you're at. If you're percent certain, if you're not in raging belief over it, then just say that. Just say, hey, I know what, I'm a little hesitant right here. I'm feeling not 100%, but I am looking for guidance to get to 100%. Be right where you're at. That will do you more good than speaking a lie to yourself. So there you have it. That's the topic of today. That is what is kind of bouncing around. I was thinking about a whole bunch of different things that's kind of come into my world, and how quickly some things I've noticed just manifest really, really. For years, way back in the day, I was studying Kabbalah, and the term certainty came up many, many moons ago, and I was just like, that feels so right, because it is certainty that shifts worlds, that moves mountains, that makes magic happen. And it is through that certainty that we create the life that we want. Movement, and it is doubt that we are so addicted to, that we buy into, and we almost feel like we need to doubt it because that's what the evidence shows, right? But just realize that when you get excited about your doubt and what you're like, oh yeah, what's happened, I just knew it. Now you are knowing exactly the opposite of what you want to manifest. So where is your knowing actually at? Ask yourself to create in your life. Look at where your true knowing is at, and how much energy are you putting toward that. Realize that what you put your attention on always grows. That is how you get your garden to grow, no matter what you have planted there. So make sure that you have planted the right seeds, and you maintain the growth that you want by the focus that you need to have on the things that you need. And be truthful, be honest with self first, always. Okay, guys, I'm off to yoga my butt, go get hot, and probably have a smoothie and stuff, and have an amazing day as well. Have an absolutely fucking amazing day on this beautiful, beautiful Monday. I love you guys, and as always, stop existing, start living. I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee.